So recently, I made a video on CounterStrike Source, where I talked a little about 1.6 as well, and I noticed a lot of people in the comment section was bringing up 1.6, so this made me actually want to try the game for myself. Therefore, in this video, I'm exploring CounterStrike 1.6 for the first time, and giving y'all my thoughts on it as well. The first thing I want to bring up before we get into the gameplay is about the player base. One thing that might not surprise some of y'all, but this definitely surprised me, is that CounterStrike 1.6 almost has a 3 times larger player base than Source. This made me wonder, is the game just simply better than the other CS games, or what is it? So I decided to join a few servers and decide for myself. One of the things I first noticed upon joining a server was that the game has almost the exact same UIs as CounterStrike Source. I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, let's get into the gameplay. While playing, I got to the conclusion that I really can't aim for shit in this game. I don't know why, but I just feel like it's much harder to aim in 1.6 than any other CS game. But that could just be a me problem. My aim did however improve a little, so it's not impossible, just a little tough in the beginning. But let's talk about the gunplay. I want to bring up a few of the main weapons throughout the series. Let's start with the AK. This is probably one of the most used guns of all time in the Counter-Strike series and in 1.6. However, I don't really like it in 1.6. I couldn't really figure out how to use it properly. Now let's talk about the AK's rival, the M4. The M4 is pretty great in this game, I think. It doesn't feel too weird for me, and it's way easier for me to hit my targets. I would even say that it's my favorite gun in the game because of how easy it is to use and how accurate it is. The AWP or the AWP is pretty good, I think. It's pretty powerful and feels a lot like the AWP from CSGO, but it has 2 times the amount of bullets in the magazine as with CSGO AWP. However, it does feel a little slower to quickscope in this game, I believe. Now to the Deagle, I think it's pretty okay. I mean, if you're really good at hitting your shots, it can do a lot of damage. This is also why I will just say it's okay. Like in Source, I would say it's pretty great because of its accuracy. It's way easier to hit your shot than Source for me at least. And lastly, the Scout. The Scout in the game is how we all know and love it. It kills instantly with headshot and it needs 2 shots for the body. I think it's a great alternative to the AWP, especially if you're really good at hitting your headshots. And something else I found a little strange is that sometimes when I bought a gun, I would also have to buy reserve ammo so I could reload as well. Definitely glad that they removed this feature. The grenades in the game feels kinda clunky and a little weird for me, but I mean that's understandable since the game did come out a long time ago, and I will say that they are still definitely useful. I know in my last video about CSS, I talked about how I think ragdolls improve the Source, like how it helps the game to feel a little more realistic, but I must admit the depth animation in this game kind of works, and I think it's somehow charming in a way, like it gives off a nostalgic feeling to me, and I have never played the game before. A feature this game has, which was removed when Valve remade CS in the Source engine, is one of the spectate features, where you look at your teammates from above, on like a map or something. I think the removal of this feature is a shame, and I would like to see this back in CSGO with a fully updated visual design. A while ago, CSGO removed the view to double doors from T-spawn on Dust 2, where you normally would have a sniper looking through, giving information and stuff like that. Shit, now we all removed the whole damn map as well. Anyway, when I found that out, it was changed. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe they could remove such an iconic part of the map. But while playing 1.6, I noticed that was actually how it used to be, and that kinda changed my point of view on it. I was looking through the server list and stumbled across the zombie server, which I just had to play, but I was pretty bad at it. I even managed to get myself stuck. But I must say, the visuals were quite okay actually. However, I will say that I do still prefer the zombie servers in Source. Now let's take a look at why people might still want to play 1.6 over CSGO. An obvious answer is of course nostalgia. I mean, nostalgia normally comes from moments in our childhood when everything was much simpler, everything was good. So playing the games from back then might give somewhat of a comforting feeling to some people. Other than that, the game is doing pretty well for its age. Like there's a lot of full servers on the server tab, so you won't have to worry about finding players to play with. And what's really great about a game such as 1.6 is that basically any computer can run it. I mean, the game was released 22 years ago on Steam. CounterStrike 1.6 is also pretty cheap, at least when it's on sale. Like, I got it for around 80 cents the other day. So I think these are mainly the reason why people are still playing CounterStrike 1.6 in 2022 and soon 2023.